welcome back to Reading Homestuck. We got me and Mason today. Sadly, no Arthur. Busy times indeed.
Yeah, it's a real shame. I wish you could be here because it's episode 169. Nice.
Indeed, the funny number with the one at the start.
Funny number plus 100. And happy Pride Month, everybody.
Happy Pride Month.
What could be more
Pride
fitting?
Month, indeed. I wonder if we will get another It Is the Month type deal. Knowing Dave, we will. Well, actually, if I'm not mistaken, wasn't it confirmed like last time that it was like these two are in a more allegiance? So yeah, it is the month, everybody.
Yep.
It is the month. This is a light It Is the Month. Dave Strider will almost certainly provide us with a very heavy It Is the Month. Honestly, probably within the next hour. Honestly. Yeah. Honestly, Rain in the Month with
He's been Freudian slipping around all over the place. I'm surprised he hasn't Freudian face planted.
Slip and slide. It's a Freudian slip and slide is what it is.
I like Freudian face plant.
Fish eel guts or whatever. Or fucking eel, whatever. My brain has been deteriorating.
Your brain is eel.
I think. What is happening? No,
you're going eel mode.
Do you not know the story of Freud being asked to find where an eel's penis is?
No.
He was tasked with this, and he had a fucking mental breakdown, just pulling eels apart looking for their dicks.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Because,
I think if somebody told me to find an eel's penis, I'd have a mental breakdown right then and there.
Fun fact, because it was a scientific study, of course, so...
Okay, well, that makes a little bit more sense.
It makes more sense.
Some guy didn't just walk up to me in the middle of the street and be like, hey, Sigmund,
hey,
can you do me a favour?
Oi, Sigs, find this eel's knob. No, it was a scientific study to, learn stuff about eel reproductive systems. Fun fact about eels. Unless it's eel mating season, eels do not have a functional penis, effectively.
Ah.
It is concealed.
It's a good way of birth control.
Spelt with 2 E's. Consecutively.
Very good.
Haha. But
yeah, there are many methods of contraception, of varying levels of effect. I think not having a penis is pretty
not
effective.
Having any genitals is just not having genitals is a very good way of not conceiving anything.
Imagine if humans were like that. Imagine if we weren't like you had to be married in order to have.
Well, no, like
genitals.
If you had to like be ready to go.
My body is ready.
Like, intentionally. My body is ready. I have spontaneously generated my nuts.
Wow, in this hypothetical world, that means that rape would never happen. That's good.
Yeah, that's actually honestly, that sounds like a better world.
Yeah.
Like, mildly less convenient for, pissing, potentially, but there'd be some sort of biological workaround.
Yeah.
There'd be something. Anyway. All of that aside, all of that shit just, stricken from the fucking record. What a way to start an episode, everybody.
Yep.
It is... Well, I mean, what can we expect for episode 160?
Yeah, I was just about to say.
What can you expect? Anyway, do you want to take Terezi or Vriska?
I think Vriska is a bit better on my voice. My voice is almost better. It's kind of in this perpetual state of almost being better, but now I have a cold as well.
Ooh, that's rough.
So if I sound a bit stuffy, that's why.
That is rough. So I'll take Terezi then, I guess.
Yeah, just remind me of Vriska's voice again, just so I don't royally screw it up.
It's Columbo, you know, it's like
yeah, that voice. Yeah, I can do that. That's no problem.
You know.
I can do that. I get it.
You get it. Anyway, Vriska, shouldn't we get back to our strategy meeting soon?
Yeah, pretty soon.
It's like we used to say in the old days. Time is dead, kids.
Believe me, I haven't forgotten. That's as true now as it ever was. Only difference is now we're working together to prevent the bodies from piling up. We still have a little time before we need to get serious, and anyway, when you're managing a team, you need to balance things. Gotta keep morale up, you know? Troops have been itching for a feel-good moment like this for a long time. As a competent leader/power gamer extraordinaire, it's incumbent on me to recognize that and cut them a bit of slack. Give them a little space to remember what they're all fighting for, you know?
For reasons other than the blatantly obvious, I would fucking hate to play D&D with Vriska. Holy shit.
I'm a power gamer.
Honestly, look, this for potentially a series for another time, a sequel to the old Fatula series. But God, actually, we probably won't do that. Me and most of the other, literally, Mason, you are the only one who hasn't had a bad experience with power gamers in the past.
Yeah, because my first experience with Dungeons & Dragons was with you, like, 2 months ago.
2 months ago, yeah. Just, like, fucking about, yeah. But, obviously, there are other reasons why I wouldn't want to play D&D with Vriska. Cue the clip of Tavros being jumped off a cliff again. You know, that's one of many reasons I wouldn't want to play D&D with her, but, you know.
You just don't understand, I'm the ultimate gamer.
My name is Chiaki Nanami.
Not many girls come in here because I get friend-zoned so frequently, but that's alright.
Oh my god. Okay, right. Right. Okay, if we ever do,
as a gamer, I don't get respect.
If we ever give Diggenrimper 2 another run back, a fucking run back, I know what I'm doing for Chiaki that time. Oh boy. Oh motherfucker! Holy shit. Anyway, yeah, great point. Please continue talking about how you're the ultimate gamer, Chiaki Nanami.
I could keep referencing, but I won't. We could do the same, you know. Over the last few years, we've had so many great times and buried all the old hatchets deep enough that I think it's easy to take our relationship for granted. Doesn't hurt to remind ourselves how lucky we both are and how close we came to going in completely different directions. Anyway, I'm glad this is the path we chose. I couldn't ask for a better morale.
Me neither. I don't know how I would have lived with myself if I had gone through with it. And we'd be dead if I hadn't. Thank God for Egbert. Never tell him I said this, but for a dork, he's, let's just say you did a great job training him once upon a time.
Hey, so did you. Some version of yourself was badass enough to write down all those instructions in her own blood just before she died. Sounds like a real hero to me. Sometimes I wonder what things would be like if we never had our falling out. It was a lot like this back in the old days, remember? Just hanging out, working together. Not much drama, except I guess for the occasional ethical debate on how our foes should be dealt with. What if it never spiraled out of control? If I never blinded you? If you never blew off my arm? What if you decided to send John back to change all that instead?
I will say, you did a good job on deciphering debate there, just like,
yeah,
immediately.
There was, if you listen very carefully, you'll hear the exact moment of hesitation where I was like, what? Oh.
But it took a moment. It took a moment rather than having to stop for multiple seconds to go, Deb.
Yeah, I was like, what is that word? Oh, ethical,
yeah, you are... I think this may be a bad thing for you personally, but you are catching on to this better than me, Arthur, and June ever did.
Yeah. So some of the typing
or at least
quirks,
faster.
I can wrap my head around. Some of the others,
well, I mean,
not so much.
Carcats is fucking easy. It's literally just caps lock.
Yeah.
Anyway, I didn't write the instructions myself, but I'm sure I never considered it. Everything we went through back then made us stronger. It was something to work to put behind us, not erase. Something that was worth the effort.
Yeah. I don't know what that is.
Diamond.
The like...
Diamond.
diamond.
It's a diamond, because that's a symbol of because that's like the heart for Moira Legion stuff. Moira shit.
Hello. Shout blither blah blah words. I can't do Kermit, god damn it.
I shout blither blah blah words, blah blah tactless nincompoops, shout ramble screed, blah blister, bemoan blah blah, gossip hungry lobotomy hobbits, shout yell screech holler, brainless gushing yammer twats.
I definitely used to be able to do Kermit, but I can't really anymore. Oh god, what's he going on about now?
Sounds like he's yelling at Dave and John about something.
So John's been here for all of 5 minutes and he's already tripped Carcat's tirade siren.
He's not actually angry, he's embarrassed about something. My ear is finely tuned to all the Vantrum nuances.
Embarrassed? About what? Think he might actually be bent out of shape over the fact that he's not leader anymore?
No way. It's something very personal.
I wonder if John's been asking what the deal is with him and Dave. John was pretty nosy, if I recall.
I think it's more likely Dave is just rambling sans. That's the end of the sentence.
Dave is just rambling Sans. Oh my god, Sans wasn't Ness all along. Sans was Dave all along.
No, Dave's the Pope. Matt Pat gave him a copy.
Did you like my rendition of the game theory theme, by the way?
Yeah, good.
The cut off 20
It was good.
milliseconds
It was good. Anyway,
Okay.
we were,
After rambling Sans. Yeah, he does that a lot, doesn't he? Hey, as long as we're swearing each other to secrecy and stuff, make absolutely sure they never know I said this, but he and Carcat are kind of adorable in whatever quadrant that whole situation settled in. I don't know, it's none of my business, really. I just never would have guessed.
Agreed. I guess we stuck to ourselves mostly, and Rose and Kanaya were all, you know, so that left them and their cute mare sidekick to sort things out amongst each other without interference from a bunch of crazy fucked up girls. I'm happy for them, and for me too. If you hadn't been around, I have a feeling I would have gotten sucked into some weird bullshit with both of them.
Sounds like Carcat's getting sucked on. Oh god. I didn't really have a trajectory with that joke. I just knew what my starting location was.
Well, it's just a month. And
Yeah,
it's episode
indeed it is the month.
169.
Yeah. I had a bullet in the chamber. I didn't know what my target was. I just knew I had to fire it. Sounds rough, buddy. Guess that's one more bullet dodged. Hey, bullet dodged. Thanks to yours truly.
Guess so. Geek. Gonna miss you. Sure we have to get going so soon?
Yeah, I really can't waste much more time. Just have to get all these goofballs squared away, then I'm off.
Oh.
Is something wrong?
Oh, well, not really. Nothing important.
What is it?
It's dumb. You'll probably laugh at me.
No, I won't. Come on, tell me. What good is having a Moirile you don't feel like you can talk to?
I don't know. I'm not sure I can even put my finger on what's bugging me. I feel like I should be psyched for the battle ahead, like pumped to kill some bad guys and finally end this. I just feel a little weird, especially knowing that you won't be here.
What does me not being here have to do with anything?
What if when it's time to fight and people really need me to use my powers or whatever it is I'm supposed to be able to do, what if it turns out that I'm not actually that good?
But you already proved that you are. Another version of you basically saved us all, remember?
I know, but that was a different me. Went through some things I never went through, and probably figured out how to be awesome and heroic along the way. I never did any of that, and I certainly don't feel awesome and heroic yet. And this probably sounds really dumb, but it kind of makes me feel guilty.
Guilty? Why?
Well, because she pretty much sacrificed herself to make things better, specifically better for me, I think. To let me lead a better life, presumably, to fix my problems, I guess, but I don't feel fixed. I actually kind of feel a weird sense of pressure to be the best version of myself, like the most productive and heroic and well-adjusted Terezi in Paradox Space, but I'm definitely not that Terezi.
Okay. You are being way too hard on yourself here. I really doubt that's what the other version of you intended. That's not even how shit works. People don't just get fixed. Even if circumstances change to have a smoother ride, you're always going to have flaws. I guess you should always try to be the best version of yourself, but I think it's also important to be okay with the fact that you aren't perfect. I've got flaws too, I mean, obviously, but I'm mostly okay with them.
Wow, you don't say.
Hey, shut up. I'm just trying to offer a little perspective here.
Yeah, I know. You're right. I'll try to forget about this stuff and just focus on helping out the team. It'll be hard doing it without you, but I guess I've managed to do it before, even if I don't remember.
Yeah, you'll be fine. I know you can do it.
When will I see you again?
Someday. I'll do my best to shorten the wait for you as much as I can, using time travel or whatever other nonsense I may have at my disposal. When all's said and done, I'll drop by Earth and look you up.
I can't wait.
I could do Tavros Sprite if you want.
Yep, hit him.
Let me just reach for the voice. Oh, no, I can do Vriska too. I think Tavros Sprite is just this little bit.
Well, just to make it smoother, you know?
Okay then. Getting sentimental, brother. Blither, babble, ramble, self-esteem, prattle, ramble, mumble, brave, alive hero. Mutter, blither, finally prove yourself, babble, babble.
Tavros, would you leave that poor kid alone? What sort of nonsense are you telling him?
Yep, there we go.
Yep, there we are. And
so we've reached the end, so we're definitely losing the race.
Once it fucking come on. Come.
Well, at this rate, we're definitely losing the race.
At this point, we're definitely going in last place.
Comet doesn't even want us to read it. Comet's like, yeah, no, I don't accept anything lower than silver.
There we fucking go. I will say, we aren't that far behind now, actually. For second place. First place, SC Craft is very much fucked off into the next into several pages ahead. I think it's we ain't winning. We can very much.
Yeah.
We're not winning this race. Gold is not the position we're going to. I'll take Vriska from here.
Okay then.
Okay, everybody, time's up. Wrap up your conversations. Our tactical meeting is officially back in order. Alright, is everyone shut up yet? Do you want to try, Terezi? See how it goes?
I think so.
Yeah, basically, James from Team Rocket. You know James Team Rocket. You know the boy. Great.
Being good guys for once might actually be super dupulous. I think so.
There we go. Great. Let's not waste another second then. I'm diving right into this. Everyone pay close attention and try to keep up. I'll start by describing the exact nature of the threats we're dealing with and go from there.
I wonder if something's going to interrupt. Oh no.
I wonder if something's going to eventually get in the way. According to intelligence gathered during our trip, along with some reconnaissance work on arrival, this session has 4, possibly 5 major adversaries. There's the Condus, of course, and 3 Jack Noirs of varying levels of danger. Plus, there's a female Prospidian equivalent of equivalent power to the strongest Jack. She's sort of an X-factor. It's hard to accurately gauge her threat level, but I'm not about to take any chances. All these threats are just outside the Inciposphere, en route to the session as we speak. Once they arrive, all hell will break loose. That's when endgame is officially go. You only have a couple hours to prepare. So you need to listen to every word I say. Victory will depend on following my plan to the letter.
When I saw according to, I thought, you know exactly what I thought of. Right, I'll go for Roxy.
Yeah.
So, where's the Candace right now?
She's on Durst, preparing for the same critical convergence herself. After our little prison raid caught her completely off guard, costing her some hostages and key points of leverage, we've essentially reached a temporary ceasefire by default while both sides regroup. This is not how she expected things would go. We had the advantage of surprise that time, but we won't be so lucky next time. She's waiting for the Jacks to get here just like we are. Once they do, she'll instantly have the upper hand, and she knows this. Her particular combination of abilities, along with her supervillain-like cunning, make her an extremely dangerous part of this equation. That's why we need a good strategy in place before the shit hits the breeze blender.
Kept you waiting, huh? So in addition for waiting for way too many Jacks to get here, we're also waiting for my bro too, right? Who gets here at the same time, or...
Yes, the other Strider was banished to the periphery as well, and is in transit. He'll arrive at the same time, give or take, and should be a great tactical asset. Sources tell me the dude is pretty good with a sword.
Blasphemy! I'm the source. I told her that was true.
Yes, thank you, Aqueous.
This is starting to sound a bit complicated. How are we supposed to keep track of all these villains and heroes coming and going when and where?
You're right, Kanaya. At this point in the meeting, I think we should use some diagrams to help with the battle plans. Karkat, if you wouldn't mind. Okay, you want to take Vriska while Karkat's on screen?
Okay.
Okay. I still have no idea why you put me on drawing duty. I'm easily the worst artist here. And in a setting that includes Dave, let's get real. That's no small feat.
I specifically assigned you to diagramming duty so that it would keep you occupied. That way, you'd stand a chance of keeping your mouth shut while I talk strategy.
Well, that's worked out great so far, hasn't it? We've lost how many strategy seconds to me complaining about drawing already?
Sure, but I know that drawing requires a lot of concentration from you. Once you're in the zone, I expect you'll simmer down.
Wow, fuck you? I mean, you're probably right, but fuck you nevertheless. Oh, where the shit's my art pencil? I have some drawing to do.
We are here.
Yeah, the man's not, he's a bit shit.
Yeah, it's a bit shit.
Okay, do you want to take Vriska from here, and I'll just take the other voices now?
Okay. Let's run down the threat list with a full debriefing on each threat. We'll start with the Big Fish herself, the former Empress of our world, her imperious condescension. The only reason we've been able to temporarily neutralize her stranglehold on this session is by taking two major pieces away from her, Harley and Crocker. Rest assured, she's already scheming to reassert her dominance, and if it weren't for my intervention here, I'd bet everything I had on the Sea Witch. She spent centuries upgrading her abilities, which now include both kinds of telekinesis, the simpler variety more common to Rustbloods, and the nasty kind which sometimes yellow-blooded mutants have involving all the fucking eye lasers and shit. If that weren't enough, she has a mix of telepathic abilities too, like mine, plus the animal communion, kind of more typical of brown bloods.
Oh, like me.
Yes, Tavros, like you. This means she can hijack animals and trolls, assuming they aren't particularly resistant to influence, like me, obviously. Humans, I'm guessing, are still off limits to her influence, unless they've got some animal blood in them, which is what makes Jade such a dangerous element here. One of the mission-critical priorities is to make sure she stays asleep. If she ever wakes up and the Conus takes control again, that's probably game over for you guys. Jade's first Guardian abilities make her too much to deal with on top of everything else. It's also possible that the Candace may have some sway over the Prospidian and one of the Jacks because of their part dog nature too. It's hard to say what their level of resistance is, so I can't really be sure. Strategically, it's best to err on the safe side though, and presume this could be an issue. This is why taking on the Candace has to be a huge priority. Ideally, you should be trying to kill or disable her as quickly as possible, but if that's easier said than done, then what you need to do is keep her occupied. Throw everything you have at her, whatever crazy powers you've got, just keep her busy. Distracted enough by a bunch of pesky kids, so she won't have time to get clever with her power. This is the best defense against the off chance she might be able to sway the Dog Jack and Prospidian, and a failsafe in case Jade wakes up for whatever reason. When it comes to killing her, I don't have much to advise. There's no intel on her weaknesses or anything like that. In fact, I bet she doesn't have any. Like any powerful endgame boss, you just have to keep hammering away at her until she's dead. Enough said. This brings us to the Jacks. To differentiate, I'll give them nicknames. There's Dog Jack, Lord Jack, and Robo Jack. Let's talk about them in order of threat level. Karkat, I'm going to need another shitty drawing, this time of Dog Jack and his Prospidian counterpart, please. Ah yes, I see you're intent on being a wiggler about this, as we've all come to expect. Whatever, I've been working within the confines of everyone's stupid limitations already, so I might as well work around yours as well.
Hey, fuck it, if it works, it works.
There, perfect.
Bodge jobs, baby.
Yeah. Dog Jack is easily the most powerful adversary of the bunch in terms of pure physical capability. Candace has the edge in guile and flexibility, and Lord Jack has a ton of offensive power too, but there's nothing quite like the first Guardian abilities to give someone an overwhelming tactical advantage. The ability to teleport anywhere in the session, anytime, or anyone, anywhere, anytime, while having access to an inexhaustible power supply from the Green Sun really makes it no contest, even against an otherwise awesome combatant. If it were just him you had to deal with, I wouldn't like your odds, honestly, but luckily for us, there's a major factor here which should mostly neutralize him during this huge melee, which is the Prospidian. Power-wise, she's a precisely even match for him, and better yet, she apparently can't stand the guy. I still don't know what her real motives are, but you know what they say, enemy of my enemy and all. So I say let her have at him, and if the opportunity presents itself, help her defeat him. I will also give this bit of advice. If Jade ever wakes up and the Candace is sufficiently preoccupied, make sure Jade goes nowhere near the Candace and sick her on Dog Jack. She's the only one here whose abilities are on par with his, so that's where they're best applied. Got it? Good. Next, Lord Jack. Karkat?
Oh, you fucking... Kiss my shame globes. How does this look?
Great, I think I can work with this.
I love it's just written on his forehead like fucking Jared Leto joke. Damn it.
In the shape of an L on a forehead.
Fuck's sake.
Ah yes, another true work of art has been made here today. Anyway, this ugly customer you see here, this is the Jack native to the session we're in now. Somehow he got possessed by, or infused with Lord English's crazy, ridiculously destructive magical energy. I have no idea why or how this happened, how it's theoretically even possible, or why we should actually care. The fact of the matter is, it happened, and now we have to deal with this hideous rainbow-eyed monstrosity. Given what I've learned about Lord English's abilities, this will make his attacks quite lethal, and he will be extremely difficult to kill. In fact, the fucking rainbow energy might just give him the biggest constitution ranking of any adversary, possibly making him the toughest one here to actually kill off. The only reason he's not dog tier threat level is because for all his power, at least it's localized to wherever he happens to be. He's about as slow as any of us lowly non-omnipotents. Not quite as relevant to keep occupied, or even to defeat as the Candace herself, but he's still going to be huge trouble when he gets here. You're going to need to stick some really good fighters on him. My advice is also to seriously prepare for casualties during that fight. As the group's chief healer, Jane is going to need rapid access to the multiple fronts of this battle. More on that later. That brings us to Robo Jack. He's the Jack originating from our session. Remember him, Karkat? We hatched a plan to take down the Black Queens. Seems like so long ago, doesn't it? Now apparently he's got some cybernetic upgrades. Who the fuck knows how that happened, or for that matter, why or how he's on his way here now. My mind boggles trying to even picture the amount of stupid shit he's been through between now and when we knew him. Put this on the ever-lengthening list of garbage that doesn't matter and nobody cares about. The fact is, we have no idea what his affiliations are at this point, but like I'm always saying, best to just plan for the worst and assume this is just another scrub we gotta kill. He's lowest on the threat level, though his various enhancements and accessories may pose more of a challenge than we bargained for. He's also traveling with a Juju known for its high storage capacity, so he's possibly packing company. Maybe a lot of company. I won't get into that now. You're going to need to reserve a squad for dealing with this guy, and whoever he's brought along for the ride is a lesser priority, so I'd recommend an ensemble of third stringers. No offense to whoever those brave souls may be. Every lame one has their place in an epic battle, and everyone's effort counts. Egbert looking kid, I'm looking at you. Possibly you, Tavros, maybe.
Oh, no.
I am a third rate. That covers the overall tactical situation. Great job, Karka. Really, just an all-around great job. Great job. I mean that. That's wow, just great job. Wow, you're doing a great job.
Thank you. I'd like to thank the Academy.
Now listen. We've got to keep these battles spread out across the session so you don't all start tripping on each other's toes, turning this into more of a clusterfuck than it already is. That means you need to station teams ready to intercept the Jacks wherever they're coming from. You also need to launch your lightning strike raid on the Condits before any of them get here. As for your party's healer, like I said, she'll need to be highly mobile. So what you'll need to do is lay out a network of key portals and transporters so she can make the rounds and be in tight communication with her. One of you less relevant, more mobile folks should get on that now. See, scatter window portals like these around the various battle sites.
Yo, did you, loot my house or something?
Please don't interrupt. Transportalizers will work too if you can get them all hooked up right. This is definitely busy work, but it's also really important, so we need someone competent in charge of this.
I think I can handle that.
Yeah?
Yes. I'm quite mobile in this new form. Also, I think my abilities will help with forecasting the optimal network to lay out, along with helping Jane coordinate her routes during battle. Plus, I have to admit, I kind of relish the idea of being a less relevant party member, particularly since I think it is inherently true now.
Okay, Rose Sprite. That's great. You can volunteer for that job if you want. But let's not get ahead of ourselves. We'll be divvying up the roles momentarily. But cool, we have you down for that. Again, it's critical. The whole party will need to defend Crockett's life at all costs. She can't get sucked into any combat. If she dies, you could all be fucked. Be sure to fill her in on the logistics whenever Aqueous has finished deprogramming her. Everyone got it? Awesome. Since that pretty thoroughly covers the full tactical situation, we can move on to the real strategizing. Now we can assign combat roles.
Vriska, wait.
Huh?
Before you go on, I just wanted to say, I'm really impressed with your strategic analysis so far. You really seem to be all over this. I wouldn't even know where to begin figuring all this stuff out. Anyway, I'm glad we have you back on our side.
Ah, thanks, John.
Just thought I'd say, I didn't want you to go through all this stuff for us thinking it was going unappreciated. Anyway, please continue.
You got it. Now it's time to divide everyone into teams. Let's go down the list of foes again and assign party members to each battle. Once again, starting from the top. The Condis. We'll need a team to raid Durst again, but this time for all the marbles. And remember, the raid has to start before the rest of the action to keep her from getting the upper hand. And the party has to be at least good enough to, if not defeat her, keep her busy for a long time. So, who wants a piece of the Sea Witch?
Me.
Alright, I've got 2 takers from the Lalande camp. We'll need more though. Who else?
I'll go.
You sure, John?
I think so. From what you said, it sounds like this is the most important battle. If we don't keep her busy, everything could get messed up. I think I'd be good for that. I can use all my windy powers for distractions and such.
Okay, you're with the Lands then. Make it count.
I may, as well go too. It would be a shame if the party defeating the woman who terrorized our planet for ages had no representation from our species.
Shame or not, I'm afraid that won't work, Kanaya.
Why not?
You can't join their party. Well, not yet at least. There's another critical role which you specifically need to play first. We can't risk losing you in battle until it's complete.
What is it?
I'll explain later, after the teams are set. Okay, let's say Team Condis is good enough for now with John, Rose, and Roxy. Next foe, Dogjack. Like I said, we're banking on the prosperity and keeping him busy, so it's not an immediate battle priority. We won't designate a team for him right now, but as I mentioned, in the event Jade wakes up for some reason, she should be reserved exclusively for this fight. That means someone needs to tell her, if not in person, then some other way. Perhaps leave a reminder for her, maybe tied to her finger or something. Others can join the fight against him if need be, once the targets have been dealt with. Until then, better to let the heavy hitters keep him in check. Next, Lord Jack. Who wants dibs on this guy?
I guess that's me.
Okay, Dave.
There are all these rumors swirling around that I've gotta beat Lord English anyway, which is probably bogus, but whatever. Killing this guy would be the next best thing, right? So maybe if I do that, I could, like, put the prophecy to rest.
That logic sounds reasonable to me. For what it's worth, I never bought into the idea that you were supposed to be the one to kill Lord English anyway. So that's one down. Who else?
Okay, why not?
You sure, Terezi? You're not immortal, remember, and this one's gonna be tough.
Oh, you said we need good fighters to go at this guy, and I think I'm pretty decent. At least at stabbing things. So I'll go. Besides, someone has to witness Dave's heroism if he wants to be let off the hook for that prophecy.
Hey, it's your decision. Anyone else?
What about Dave's bro? I heard he's supposed to be hot shit. Yeah, fine. That's fine. If you're comfortable with volunteering for someone who isn't here for a deadly battle, it's cool if you want to do that.
Dave, come on. As if it's not extremely likely he'd seek you out upon getting here anyway. Why don't we just pencil him into the team as probably? Just be sure to debrief him on the whole situation when he gets here. Think you can handle that, Dave? Okay, great. Which reminds me, what about you, Arqueus? How do you want to fit into this?
I haven't decided yet. I'm gonna crunch some more numbers on this. The vast combat matrix I've just compiled now in the micro blink of a nanosecond to deduce the optimal strategic appropriation of my assets, i.e. muscles. Joining real Dave in battle is semi-tempting, but I do not wish to horn in on real dirt shit. Instead, I would prefer to blaze my own trail with my own hooves. I always wanted to do something really important and heroic. I mean, aside from all the other stuff I have done like that, which is a lot, but something like grandiose and perfectly unmistakable as a gesture turning the tide of fortune for all of existence. This is what I have always desired. Well, that is to say, both halves of me once had such an ambivalent desire, which was compromised by our respective internalized conflicts. But together, that desire is fully realized, no longer ambivalent. Nay, it is now fully bivalent, perhaps even univalent. I would like my gesture to shock everyone. It must come from out of the blue, make virtually no sense, stun all involved, and have a lasting, profoundly unintelligible impact on all future and pseudo-future events. Does this answer your question?
Oh, sorry, I was just temporarily mesmerized by your incredible spiel. Needless to say, I absolutely agree with your philosophy on heroic action and wanting to do something important. In any case, you've earned the right to do whatever the fuck you want just by dint of being awesome. End of story. Okay, next.
I don't even want to discern what Vriska's actual emotions toward Arqueus brought. I do not want to discern them.
Nor do I.
Like, I don't understand them, nor do I care. Nor do I want to know, ever.
Yeah, nor do I want to care.
Nor do I want to have any inkling of it.
We'll need to designate a team for RoboJack and his entourage. Alright, full disclosure, this is where things get kind of stupid. Even talking about this guy and his crew is probably a waste of good tactical analysis. The fact is, he's going to be here, and you're going to have to deal with his bullshit. I strongly recommend the dregs of your party get stuck with Mop-Up Doodle on this. Really, I'm kind of laughing already. Oh man, I really don't want to spoil too much fun for you guys, but no, I shouldn't.
What?
Okay, intelligence reports I have gathered, namely through a bit of time-hopping reconnaissance, suggest that RoboJack may, I repeat, may, be in transit with a bunch of green time-traveling idiots in that oven. Don't quote me on that, Anyway, if true, none of these bozos are particularly powerful. They'll mainly just be a nuisance. So, who wants to deal with them? Hey, kid. Kid, yes, I'm talking to you again. God damn it, what was his name again? Joke?
Whisker, stop. It's Jape and you're not.
Listen, Joke. Joke! Snap out of it! I'm talking to you!
Sorry.
This is a strategy session. I love she's called him Joke. So good. This is a strategy session, Joke. Please stay alert. Now, do you think you can handle being on this team? Awesome, that's the spirit. This assignment should be right up your alley, kid. Who else?
Me, I'll do it.
Thanks for volunteering, Tavros. This fight is pretty well suited to your skill set too, and you can join Joke here to help him get ready, but there's one thing I need you to do before the battle starts.
Oh, really? What?
I'll explain to you later in private, but it's critical and something only you can do.
Oh, that makes me the funny feelings combination of skeptical, nervous, and excited.
Good, that's exactly how you should be feeling about it, trust me. So anyone else want to step forward?
Are you fucking with me now?
Come again?
Well, let's see. If I'm tallying this up right, John and the Lalondes 1 and 2 are on Team Condas, the Strider Bros and Pyrope are on the Lord team, Jade, when not on nap duty, is on the Dog team exclusively, the Mayor isn't doing shit, because I am personally seeing to it that not a single post-apocalyptic tatter on his head gets harmed, Crocker is on healing detail, and Lalonde 3 volunteered to support that. Kanaya has some vague, yet-to-be-explained mission to do, so does Tavros, and Joke here just got shunted off to the Pee-wee League. So who the fuck is left aside from me? And the fucking cat, I guess. You sure we shouldn't pick a role for Rose's fucking catlysis before moving on to the absolute bottom of the barrel, sometimes referred to as Levantus Zone?
What if, in this final battle, literally everyone survived except for the Mayor?
Imagine. The Mayor just fucking dies because Karkat was supposed to be on bodyguard detail. And
it's
he
like
a little fucking tantrum and left.
It's like the end of the Simpsons movie where, like, the dome shatters and I don't know the names of the characters, but the policeman's like, it's a miracle no one gets hurt, and then it pans over to, like, a scientist guy who's been stabbed by a giant pane of glass. He's like, bye, everybody!
Imagine.
That probably would have made more sense if I knew the names of the characters, but I don't.
Yeah, probably. Anyway.
Oh, great point, Karkat. Hey there, kitty.
Meow.
What would you like to do?
I would like to eat some tuna fish and cuddle with either Rose or Roxy or both.
Ah, okay, that could be your very important job. Don't let us down.
Oh, thank God we sorted that out. Now that we've established that Kitty Cat is heading up the fish-eating operation, I think we can safely proceed to the rung of strategic importance directly below that. The infamous, what is Karkat going to do rung? And since everyone else has a job and my skills are relatively unimpressive, I'll have to sign up for Team Dipshit too. Hell, even the kid in the banana hammock is a god tier at least, so I guess that means I'll be taking orders from him? Sure, why not? Second in command to a third-rate hero sounds alright to me!
Karkat, yes, you're absolutely right. You basically suck, and that as a tactical resource you should be managed accordingly. But you aren't joining Joke's team or doing any fighting for that matter. Like Kanaya, there's another more pressing matter reserved for you. In fact, it's the same as hers.
What the fuck? When were you planning on telling me this?
Karkat, I already alluded to this when you waltzed over, interrupted my conversation with Kanaya, and pretended you weren't flirting with me. Remember? It was conversation 6 or 7 or something like that.
Oh, right. Well, what's this pressing matter then?
I'm getting to that. Very soon, in fact. I just needed to get the team squared away first.
Oh, okay. Well, are they?
Looks like it.
Alright, so that means Jake, really is a one-man team designated for Robo-Jack and his oven bozos.
Apparently. You okay with that, kid? You could do it. Just believe in yourself or whatever the fuck. When in doubt, just remind yourself that battle isn't even particularly important, and help could be on the way once some of the other battles start coming to some sort of resolution. Just hang in there.
Oh, okay.
Excellent. Onward, Daniel. Blitz the lion's den with your robe of bacon. That concludes the tactical planning part of this debriefing. It's all perfectly logical, right? No questions or anything? Cool. Really, I shudder to think what you numbskulls would be doing if I weren't around, like John just implied with his nice remarks. He really did you all the biggest fucking favor in the history of time shenanigans by clobbering me in the face 3 years ago. You should all make him a gift basket when this is over to show you gratitude. No need to thank me, of course. I'm just doing my job here. Now, let's go over some of the really basic non-combat endgame stuff, and then we'll be ready to break. First, about Kanaya and Karkat's mission I alluded to a minute ago. This is really important. You both listening?
Yes. No!
Okay, well, 1 out of 2 isn't bad. As long as Kanaya understands that's mainly what matters, since she's the more important part of this equation.
Oh, wow, I'm fucking shocked. What does she have to do?
You both have to go to Jade's planet and see Echidna. Even though this session is about as far from normal as it can possibly get, the same basic rules apply. Someone needs to seek an audience with her and get her to agree to release the Genesis frog, or the tadpole that grows up to become the frog, which is in the stage of development he's in at this point. Remember, Kanaya? You had to do that on your planet to get our frog released into the sky.
Yeah. She asked me to do something impossible, which I realized... to which I replied, that's impossible. So she ended up demanding that I fight her, so I did, which made me feel sad. Rather not have to do that again. Will I have to do that again?
Yeah, if that's what she wants, then yes.
Why does it have to be me, though?
Because someone has to. Sources tell me this is the plan the Condas had for you before we derailed all this shit.
You keep talking about all these sources. Who are all these sources? Did Arceus tell you this, too?
No, look, I've been busy, okay? Information is everywhere if you know where to look. Dirt has a lot of agents on the inside who are wise to the old lady's plans. Shaking the bushes for good intel isn't that complicated, it just takes a little effort. Some people on this lily pad should maybe try looking into that sometime.
If you say so.
Would you just put a lid on it for a second and listen? Normally Jade would be the one to do this, but at the time, Jade has become corrupted, so I guess Echidna wouldn't deal with her. And now Jade's asleep, which is exactly how she needs to stay, so that leaves the person Echidna requested in Jade's absence, which is you. I'm assuming because you were also a space player, so you'd be able to understand all that garbage nonsense language. But that's not all there is to it. She also requested you bring Karkat.
Why the hell would she want to see me?
No idea. Denizens are mysterious. Maybe she wants a night along, or a blood player, or maybe she just has a bone to pick with you in particular. You know, since you and Kanaya were both involved in the frog breeding stuff in our session, and let's face it, you kind of messed that up. You were pretty hasty and reckless about it, and the result was a defective frog. Sure, there's more to it than that, like problems with the human session that were totally interrelated with ours due to cyclical time garbage, but you get the point. Echidna probably doesn't take too kindly to people who are cavalier with the sacred frog duties. That's kind of her domain, like the propagation of existence and all that, so maybe you've got some stuff to atone for before she agrees to let another precious frog out of her divine custody.
Oh, you're doing this on purpose, aren't you? Trying to make me feel bad about some ancient history so I'll be nervous about this encounter. Well, spare the trouble, I'm already nervous. I don't want to go to prostrate myself before a babbling snake goddess under even under our ideal circumstances.
Karkat, relax. I'm guessing this will just be a sort of formality. That's how things always struck me with her, like getting the blessing from a queen or some huge mythical matriarch before proceeding with some incredible important event, or claiming a cosmic rewarder. Or maybe you'll just have to kill her again. I don't see what the difference it makes. Really, who knows what her real purposes are? They're probably totally unfathomable. Again, it's kind of a big deal denizen, one of the real heavy hitters like that other guy, the really strong one with the ridiculous name. She might even be the biggest deal. She's the mother of all denizens. I mean, not in a literal sense. I really doubt that she physically spawned them all. So, if she wants you to do something, it's serious. And if you need to do something of massive cosmic significance, like release a frog that contains an entire universe in its belly, then by the same token, has to go through her. The other denizens are a bunch of petty, grumbling riddle merchants by comparison. You should feel honored she even wants to see you.
How are we even sure she has a frog to release? Who made the frog? The jokers from this session? I thought they spent months doing nothing.
It's the same frog Jade made with Kanaya's help, remember? Hell, you may even have been involved in the process too. I don't recall every single detail, but it fell in the forge on Jade's planet back in the old session, and now Jade's planet's here. Hence, the frog is here too. It's just been, let's say, hibernating inside the planet for a few years. Kept it warm for us until we were ready, which is now.
Okay, yeah, I remember now. So the Conus was gonna make us do this originally? Why?
Because her goal was pretty much the same as ours, to win this game and create a universe. The battle taking place here isn't over whether one will be created, it's over who gets to control it when it's made. Ideally, that should be us, rather than a genocidal fish dictator. In fact, we don't want anyone to control it. Nobody should control the universe. That's what bad guys try to do. We just want it to be a nice place to live, and free of any controlling influence that will make life miserable for the people who live there. Having an attitude about the ultimate reward that differs from that in any way was just another thing we fucked up the first time around. So let's just be clear on what we're fighting for here. Got it?
Yeah, you made your point.
Next item, Earth. When you enter a new universe, you're gonna need a planet to live on. Why not just resettle the one you all grew up on? Connor's kind of fucked it up though. In your scratched universe, she spent a few centuries getting it ready for a new troll paradise. She flooded the whole thing, so when you get there, you'll need to skip ahead to sometime far in the future when the oceans have receded. Should be livable then. Hell, it might even be a pretty nice place. Here, John, take this. When the battle's over, make sure you give it to Jade.
What is it?
It's Earth. Remember how 3 years ago you told me Terezi needed your wallet, but you didn't have it? Well, in the time since, we talked about it a lot and figured this was the most likely reason she told you to give it to us. Wasn't a big deal, actually. We spent some time deciphering the code for your wallet. Took a little while and a few lucky guesses on the code digits, but we eventually got there. Then I just used it to upgrade my much cooler 8-ball modus.
You hacked my dad's wallet?
Sure, like I said, we had some time on our hands. It is, after all, just a fucking wallet. It's not like it's some legendary item he got on some mythical dad quest. I mean, he did buy the thing somewhere, right?
Yeah, I guess so. I don't know, I still think it's a pretty special thing. I really should have gotten a NordVPN subscription on this.
Today's video is sponsored by NordVPN. You ever wanted to watch a video that's unavailable in your region for whatever reason?
Like, for example, if you're trying to watch some old Alternian cable.
Or maybe you're on Alternian Netflix and for some reason JoJo's Bizarre Adventure isn't available in your region. Well, guess what? You can change your...
Okay, I think the ad read, we've gone far enough. Not if you
We've
want
gone far enough for them to consider actually giving us money.
I think if you want any more NordVPN ad guy who's definitely totally actually watching this video, send me an email. I do want money. I would like some money. I am financially.
Hello. I like
we
money.
are not financially. We're not doing great here. Please,
we are
give
once
me your
again
money.
asking for your financial contribution.
NordVPN. We are once again asking for your financial support. Anyway, fucking
nope. Sorry to be the bearer of bad news. It is literally just a wallet. Anyway, then before I did the something work on this session, I rode the media through the gate. Oh, scouting, that's not so... Anyway, before I did the scouting work on this session, I rode the media through the gate, watched it crash on Earth, then just capture locked the whole damn thing and got out of there. No sweat. Presumably like Grimjaw Jade was supposed to if she wasn't asleep. Again, it was pretty good plan, just never saw me coming. Sorry, Connie, if you want your waterlogged little glow back, you'll have to pry it from John's dead hands now. And he will be dead.
Yeah, why the fuck
I have every intention for you not to survive this battle, John. We appreciate your sacrifice.
Vriska, why the fuck did you give it to the guy who's going to fight her? Couldn't she just, like, fucking steal it?
Well, you know the phrase, left to pry it from my gold dead hands. I'm taking that literally, so
why didn't you
she
give
won't
it to,
be
like,
able
Dave?
to.
He's gonna be on the other side of the fucking session. At the very least, give her some sort of a, like, she has to put in any level of actual effort to get the fucking thing.
No, you see, John, you've got wind powers, so out of everyone, your hands are going to be the coldest.
Oh?
So there's no way she'll be able to pry it from your cold, dead hands, and I do have to stress once again, you will be dead. You are going to die in this battle.
But, like, I feel like Void would be colder. Why didn't you just pass it
And
to
if
my
the Condis
girlfriend?
doesn't do it, I will kill you myself, John. That is a promise. That is not a threat, it's a promise. You are going to die. Those are the important things to remember, John. You're gonna die. But don't forget the basics. You're gonna die.
Glad to have you back, Vriska, I fucking guess.
Yeah, we're gonna enjoy some time together and you're gonna die. Remember to finish building up your hives as far as they'll go. Then deploy the grist rigs, which will disperse your planet's hordes into Skya, giving it the nutrients it needs to mature the frog. This is Scrub 101 stuff. But I guess it bears repeating since most of you never actually made it this far. When the hordes are empty and Sky is ready, then all you have to do is make sure someone's in position to ignite the forge. Then everyone rendezvous right back here on the lily pad to claim the ultimate reward, which is represented by the hive-shaped thingy with a door in it that leads to a new universe. Any questions before we kick this into action? John, if your question is, am I really gonna die? The answer is yes.
It wasn't. It really wasn't. What the hell's your part in all this, aside from making all these airtight plans and threatening to kill? Okay, sorry, no, promising to kill me. To use the correct terminology. Anyway, you've been making it sound like you won't be here when all this happens.
John, your answer's in the question. My part in all this is making sure that you're dead. And of course I won't be. I'll be off doing something much more important than all this. I'll be traveling to the furthest ring to go kill Lord English, and then I'll come right back just to make sure that you're dead. If you're not dead by the time I get back, I'll kill you.
Damn, do you really hate Johnny English that much? You have to kill the English and the John.
I would rather watch Austin Powers.
Okay, honestly, that's kind of fair. Anyway,
Based Vriska moments.
What?
Johnny English may be a more faithful parody of James Bond, but it's nowhere near as funny as Austin Powers.
I mean, true. That's honestly understandable, but like, I still don't get why you hated so much to kill the Johnny and the English. Like, the English I get, no one wants English people around. Fuck English people, they're terrible. They're stinky, horrible people.
Correct.
Fuck you, joke. Anyway, fucking... But like, why you gotta kill the Johnny part?
Oh, it's just because I don't like you.
Oh. What about that time
I have decided that you have to die.
What about that time, like, 3 years ago in an alternate timeline, technically, where you, like, messaged me saying that when you got back from killing fucking Jack Noir, that we'd go on a fucking date or something?
Yeah, no, that was just me trying to lull you into a false sense of security so that I could easily kill you.
I get it. You'd kill me on the date. It was a trap. I understand.
Yeah, it was a date to die for.
Hey, that's like Sonic's line or some shit.
When would Sonic ever say something like that?
I don't fucking know, but you said it.
That is a legitimate criticism I have with that.
Yeah,
with that
no,
scene.
that's very.
Why would Sonic ever say something like that?
No, that like I don't know why Shadow said it, to be honest.
I think he was just having fun.
Yeah, fair. Sonic,
Shadow was like,
yeah.
I don't know what the fuck's going on, but I'm gonna make a pun.
Fuck it. I've been dead a while, I think. So I think it's time I made a pun.
I do a lot of thinking.
We do a little bit of trolling. Anyway, fucking, what? Wow, isn't that going to be, hard?
Of course it will be.
You sure you can even do that? Like, by yourself, I mean.
John, I'm not an idiot. I won't be diving into this blindly. See, somewhere out there in the incomprehensible causal stew of the furthest ring, there was once a plan that was coming together to defeat him once and for all. It involved a secret weapon, an army, and all sorts of other shenanigans.
Yeah, this sounds weirdly familiar.
Oh, I'm sure it does. But the point is, along the way, that plan stalled out. It went nowhere because the party involved disintegrated and lost their way. So someone needs to light a fire under that shit again, and I don't see anyone else stepping forward.
How are you going to do that?
Let me worry about that. You have your hands full enough as it is. You've got to set all your affairs in order before you die.
Jesus Christ, Vriska, I don't... Look, one version of me already died in this universe. I think that's enough. Can't you just, like, go and kick my fucking corpse or some shit?
No, I want to watch the light leave your eyes.
Just kill a few hundred ghost me's, goddammit. I've got a girlfriend now, please.
That's a contributing factor as to why I want to kill you.
Oh, I see.
Also, it's a shock
like
that this thing doesn't tip over from the fact that we're all standing on one side of it. Is Jade really that heavy that she's maintaining the balance?
magic. Anyway, like, so it's sort of a if I can't have you, no one can sort of thing, is it? Is that?
No,
is
no,
that
not
the
really.
case?
It's just that I want you dead.
Oh.
And that's just another reason. It's entirely impersonal, except for the fact that I want you dead.
That sounds incredibly personal, honestly. That really does sound like the most personal a thing can be.
Well, John, you just don't understand. And that's another reason as to why I want to kill you.
Oh, for God's sake.
Because you just don't understand.
Fuck. Just... Anyway, is that it? Is that the end of this cool strategy jam / fun reunion?
That's it. That's the whole situation, my whole plan, and everything you need to do. Good luck, everyone.
The human golf clap.
Thanks, Pyro.
Alright, so what now? Can I guess we head to, what is it, load Jade, like right now? Since I guess the clock is ticking. Do you want to take an eye from here?
Yep. Lofaf, and yes.
Right, and we're supposed to go after the Condors really soon too, right?
Condors.
Yes. I'll take
And
Rose,
yes.
you
Okay.
take Roxy, and you can take Jake.
Yeah, okay.
Anyway, Condors, and yes. But not like right away. There's still a couple of hours for us to prepare, which we should use to come up with a fighting strategy.
Yeah.
I wish Jade and Nana could be awake for this. I really want to talk to them and let them in on all the cool stuff we're about to do. I guess they have to stay asleep for a while, though. Oh well. Hey, Jake.
Huh?
Want to come make plans with us? We can help you figure out how to deal with Robot Jack and whatever hooligans he's bringing.
Oh, yes. Thanks, John. Maybe.
Okay. You know, like, Ness from Smash Bros. You know Smash Bros, right?
John turns to the camera and does the Nest taunt.
EK Fire. Hey Dave, we should probably work out a fighting strategy too, since it sounds like we've got a real nasty one to deal with.
Kept you waiting, huh? Yeah, but...
What?
Dunno, it feels weird to make some battle plans when one of our team members still isn't here.
Oh, well, I think we can at least outline the strategy, right? Figure out how we'll approach a villain with his particular strengths and weaknesses? And assume our third member will be ready to fight if we tell him to?
Yeah, I'm sure if Teen Hard-Ass Strider shows up with his sword and shades and shit, and we say, hey dude, look, bad guy, go kill, I'm sure the guy will be more than willing to oblige. It's just... man.
What?
It feels wrong, planning around him like he's a weird hypothetical battle mannequin.
From the things I've heard about him from your own personal mouth, that actually sounds like a pretty apt description to me.
No, it's more complicated than that, and I'm supposed to be getting ready for this huge deadly battle, which is so much more intense than anything I ever did. Even like 3 years ago, back when I was actually doing adventure shit instead of watching Dane Cook movies. And somehow be all geared up for that, and meet my teen bro for the first time, and say, oh, there you are, that's cool, let's fight this random nigh indestructible asshole, and then... hug bump or something. How do I deal with all this? I think I could end up getting us all killed and none of you are taking this seriously.
Okay, Strider, I heard enough.
Ugh.
I've been more than patient and more than accommodating. But your hang-ups regarding your ancestor are starting to border on pathetic. Hey, why don't you can it? Shut up, cockhead, that's my line. No, I won't. I'm not staying out of it. Not if you're going to start trashing people with respect to their sensitive issues on a manner that is way over the line as far as the basic ground rules of good-natured shit-talking goes. Ground rules on which I happen to be an expert. Whether either make sure your trash-mouthed invective is critically constructive, or shut up.
I'm specifically an expert on Dave.
Who said I wasn't being constructive toward your fucking boyfriend? God, I cut him all the slack in the world on this, but I can see it isn't doing him or any of us any good at all. I can see I'm going to have to expedite matters. Go figure, leave it all to Vriska once again!
What? What the fuck are you even going to do?
I told you. I'm expediting matters.
I thought she was going to shoot him.
No, she's gonna shoot him!
Oh shit! Pow!
Okay, do it again. Metal pipe sound effects.
Yeah.
There you go, Strider meets Strider. He's pretty fucked up, but probably a nice guy once you get to know him. Which one am I talking about, you ask? Who fucking knows? Feel awkward? Yet here's an idea. Get the fuck over it. Okay, guys, I'm out of here. I'm not sure I can take another fucking second of this.
Jeez, Vriska, are they really that bad?
Who, the Striders? No, they're fine. It's not what I was talking about. There's another problem out there in Paradox Space which I can't stand for. Not another moment. In fact, it makes me shudder just thinking about this lingering flaw which is yet to be rectified.
Oh, what is it?
My ghost is being a fucking loser!
No bitches.
Me when. Average me moment.
Live John reaction. Now what?
What we do? We zoom out. Is what? Oh, we go in dark.
It's a metaphor for how, when Vriska isn't there, they're completely in the dark.
Cause she light, yes. And we zoom in. And I think this is where we'll end things for right now. On this here fine 169th episode of Reading Homestuck.
Yeah, great, classic.
Indeed, the funny number, but with a
one might even go so far as
in
to
it.
say, nice.
Nice. So, other than how nice it was, Mason, your thoughts on this episode here of Reading Homestuck?
I thought it was great. Once again, we're getting cool character interactions, and we're getting that feeling of build up towards the final battle.
Shit going.
The two things that I absolutely love.
Indeed. I gotta agree. You know, it was good as shit.
Indeed.
Indeed. So, I guess it's outro time. If you liked this video, hit that like button. If you very much like this video and want to see more like it, hit that subscribe button. We upload episodes of Reading Homestuck every Monday or Tuesday, depending on your time zone. And we upload other things on Thursdays or Fridays, again, depending on your time zone. Other things like that 1,000 subscribers video, the Hunger Games thing, that's coming out probably in a couple weeks. I think might be sooner if I get it done faster. Probably won't. Might be a week late at most if something comes up. I don't know. It's not really, it's not finished enough that I can say definitely it's coming out on this date, but it should be the Thursday after the next one from here. So you should be seeing that soon-ish. It was a fun time. Can't spoil one, of course, because that would ruin everything. But I can say this guy over here fucking died immediately. I will spoil that much. Literally die just off the. He's gone. Well, it was Masson from the Troll Sona series, but close enough. Considering there's no literal depiction of Mason. In that.
I'm still here.
No, he's still here. Unless we want to, fuck it. Yeah, this is Mason's dying and coming back thing for the show. Every member of this show is undead in one way or another.
Oh, I was going to make the joke that all of this was pre-recorded.
Oh, yeah, this was recorded before we put him in the Oh,
Or maybe
whatever.
maybe
Anyway.
I'm just an AI. Maybe it's voice to speech.
Maybe this is AR Mason. Maybe this.
Also,
is
I just
Mason
said voice to
autoresponder.
speech.
Yeah, no, that's just how that's just what a voice is.
That
Mason.
is legitimately
That is
incorrect.
exactly what a voice is, like a normal actual voice. Anyway, but yes, I think you will quite enjoy it. I'm quite enjoying putting it together, and really isn't that all that matters, that you enjoy it and I enjoy making it? Isn't that all that matters here?
That's beautiful.
Indeed. Indeed. Anyway, you can also follow me on Tumblr, where I post things sometimes. You can send me asks if you want. You can send me messages if you want. I don't know. Just do whatever. Have fun with it. You can also follow June, our friend June, on Tumblr and on Instagram. She doesn't do a huge amount on Tumblr, but she still reblogs stuff sometimes, posts stuff sometimes. But check out her Instagram. She does some cool stuff there. A lot of cosplay photography. Good shit. And you can also follow Arthur on Twitch. He is currently not doing a huge amount there at the moment because of busy shit, but once the schedule simmers down a little bit, you know, he'll be doing stuff there. And Mason, have you got anything you want to say at the very end of this here nice episode of Reading Homestuck?
I mean, that's pretty much all I was going to say. Just thanks again, everyone, for watching. We hope you look forward to the 1,000 subscriber special video. We had a lot of fun making it, and we hope you enjoyed this nice video. And
It's very nice, definitely not a lie video.
Yeah. Yeah, just send us a comment of anything. Say anything.
Say whatever you want.
As long as it is in reference to how nice this episode was.
Indeed. And we'll see you in the next video. Later.
Nice.